Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. So, the 8 teams who have made it to the quarterfinals of the Champions League are on the screen now. We have got Bayern Munich, Benfica, Chelsea, Inter Milan, Manchester City, AC Milan, Napoli, and Real Madrid. So, pretty interesting. We'll be talking a lot in depth about whom I think Real Madrid might get, whom I think Real Madrid should avoid, and whom I would prefer Real Madrid to get. Um, so let's get into it. So the draw is happening Friday. You know, I'll be very intrigued, but let's talk about the team that how do we do this? I'm gonna start off right at the back. I'm gonna go in with teams that I think I would want to avoid personally. Now, I'm gonna say this team. The first thing I'm gonna talk about is the team that has had somewhat of an up and down season, and I will talk about this team because I just think it's very, very, very boring if we get them again. And that's Chelsea. I think. Look, I said this on Twitter. Chelsea are slowly but surely finding their form back. They're trying to get their feet back again. And when Chelsea play at their best, we know what Chelsea can do, okay? We know what Chelsea are capable of. And I would certainly not want to play that. You know, a team that have the ambition to try to go find a Champions League when they might not get top 4, but they might be able to win the Champions League. So, look, and again, we played Chelsea last season. We played Chelsea the season before. I don't want to play Chelsea again. I think it's just boring. And I think some Chelsea fans might be with me on this one. No, I think Chelsea want to play maybe like Inter Milan or something like that. That is just different. So for me, bottom of the pile, not because they are the strongest. They're not like Man City or Napoli. No disrespect, but I would not want to play Man City, Napoli, or Bayern Munich because they are like incredible. But I would want to play Chelsea because it's just boring, and I don't want to see that happen for the third year in a row. So bottom of the pile because of the boringness. 1 out of 10, Chelsea. I don't want to see that happen. I think it's just boring. I think it's very, very boring. Now, I think afterwards, I will put Napoli in there because of the season they're having, because they're dreaming, they're trying to do something that's never been done before, and they've already, set the record. First ever time Napoli have made it to the quarterfinals. That was a stat and a record that I was like, wait, what? Is that even true? So look, Napoli don't want to play them. Kvaratskhelia having a brilliant, brilliant season. Osimhen, I reckon he'll get his big money move, and I've been saying it. I think Osimhen will be the next one to join players who have left Napoli in the last few years. Koulibaly, Fabian Ruiz, Insigne, Mertens, those caliber of players. I think Osimhen will be the next to leave the club. Um, you know, I think this year seems very special for Napoli. I think they might want to and they might be able to shock everybody. So I would want to avoid Napoli, not in the quarterfinals at least, maybe in the semifinals, but in the quarterfinals, I'd rather not. So that's probably like a 2 out of 10 for me. And then I would not like to play City at all. I know last year we managed to beat City over 2 legs, but City is still City. Manchester City have something in them, and they've just trashed RB Leipzig 7-0, and we lost to RB Leipzig. So look, Manchester City are an absolutely dangerous animal. They are a side that can turn up and play like they're the best team in the world when they want to. So for me, City, I would probably give it a 3.5 out of 10. In terms of I don't want to be playing them. And then it's like Bayern Munich, Benfica, we got Inter Milan, we got AC Milan left. But right? So 4 teams. Out of the 7, we've already gone through 3. The next team is Bayern Munich, for sure. Now, I think most people want to see that game. I think most people, neutral fans, will want to see Real Madrid Bayern Munich. I mean, look, it's a game that hasn't happened in years. You know, it's just two great clubs going at it, going for it, and we'll see who wins. Um, I'll put it as a 4 out of 10. I think I wouldn't want to play Bayern Munich as well, not at this stage. But again, to Bayern Munich, I think there are some weaknesses to their game, but they shown to PSG, and Real Madrid did show to PSG as well last year, that yes, the team game is more important than individuals. So for me, Bayern Munich, I wouldn't want to play them because they're not outside that we can exploit too much in terms of the whole game. And if we have to go to Munich to play them, it'll be a very very difficult game. That whether we can come back, last season we came back against PSG, Chelsea, Man City, and we beat Liverpool. But can we do it against Bayern Munich? I don't know. So you got now Benfica, Inter, and AC Milan. 3 teams left, and I think if you are Liverpool, no, not Liverpool, sorry, not trying to be sarcastic, but if you're Bayern Munich, you're Chelsea, you're City, you're Napoli, you'd rather play Benfica, Inter Milan, or AC Milan, right? That is, I think, the same for the other big teams left, right? So then I will put Benfica over the other 2 teams because of how well they've been playing this season, because of the fact that they've only lost 2 games this entire season. They top their league. The 2 games they've lost, one of them was in a cup game on penalties, I believe. And overall, they've got an incredible team. I know they lost Enzo Fernandez in January, but they've got individuals that are really, really, really good. Goncalo Ramos, João Mario is having the season of his life. Antonio Silva at the back as well. They're a very underrated team. I think they are the dark horses of the Champions League this year. I mean, last year we technically talked about Benfica casually, but last year we had like Villarreal, for example, the Yellow Submarines, going deep. But I think Benfica could be the dark horses this year, and I think anyone who gets Benfica will not have an easy game. But I think I'll rather play Benfica than Bayern Munich. I'd rather play Benfica than Man City or Napoli or Chelsea. So for me, Benfica probably like a 7 or maybe a 6. Okay, 6. You know what? Out of 10, I'd rather play them like a 6 maybe. That is the 2 Milan clubs, 2 Milan sides. I mean, it's like a coin toss really. And look, I think both teams have done well to get to this stage. Milan obviously never won a win over Spurs, and so the same with Inter, never won a win over Porto, and that shows you that there aren't sides that will come over and beat you. So I think we'll rather play both teams. If I had to choose one, I'd rather play AC Milan. If I'm being honest with you, I think Inter probably the better Milan club. So for me, I'd rather play AC Milan. Take Brahim Diaz. I'm not sure if he's allowed to play. I'm not too sure. I know they've got Leao in there. They've got some good players, Tomori. But if I'm being honest, I would probably want to play Milan. So Inter, I would think it's a harder opposition. So I'll give Inter Milan probably a 7, and I'll give like Milan probably like a 9. Genuinely, I think I wouldn't say 10 because I wouldn't say they're an easy team, but I think a 9 out of 10 is respectable somewhat. So for me, the order goes Chelsea because of the boringness. I'll take Napoli afterwards. I'll take Manchester City afterwards. I'll take Bayern Munich afterwards. I'll take Benfica afterwards. I'll take Inter Milan afterwards, and I'll take AC Milan. I think if you are Chelsea, right, you would put the orders in the same, except for you put Real Madrid in, right? So Chelsea would not want to play, in their case, probably Napoli, Man City, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Benfica, Inter, and AC Milan. I think it's about the same for all teams. I think you'd rather play Benfica over the 2 Milan teams, and I think you'd rather play AC Milan than Inter Milan, right? Wait, I just said it the wrong way. I'm just confusing myself. You'd rather not play Benfica than the two Milan teams, and you'd rather play Milan over Inter, if that makes any sense. So look, I think what I personally think is my opinion, of course, and I think people will say, "Oh, I rather play Chelsea," and fair enough, it's your opinion. I just want something different. In fact, I'll take a Bayern Munich, not because I think we can beat them and we might get trashed, but something different, right? And you look at the games, we played Chelsea last season, we played Manchester City last season. Those are two teams that I think, it's a bit boring. Now bring on Napoli, bring on Benfica or Bayern Munich or Inter or Milan. Maybe not Inter, Milan. Bring on teams that we don't normally play too much, because what is the fun? What is the point of playing Chelsea every season? There's no point of that. And we might beat Chelsea, and they might be easier to play than Bayern Munich, but I would rather have that something different than winning it comfortably. I want to see something different, and I think a lot of Madrid fans will tell you that. Bring on Bayern Munich, because once you get to that stage, and look at Real Madrid's run last season, it was very, very difficult, right? And we still managed to come back in every single round and still win the Champions League. You gotta beat the best to be the best, and that's one statement I really, really like. You know, why are you afraid of Bayern Munich? Yes, they are a good side, but you shouldn't be afraid of them because you think you're the better side, right? So you should be going out there and try to beat Bayern Munich. Rather than saying, "Oh, I want to play Milan, I want to play Inter, I don't want to play Bayern Munich." Go out there and go and be there and be brave, and you know and be confident that, look, if we play Bayern Munich, we'll give them a game for 45 minutes. We'll give them a game, or 60 minutes or something. We'll give them a game, and that is what we want to be seeing. We don't want to be seeing Real Madrid against Inter, and then next one Real Madrid against Milan, and then the final Real Madrid against Benfica or whatever. It's boring. It's not fun. It's not entertaining. It'll be a boring Champions League win. Bring on the big boys. And look, that might be me saying, "Oh, I want Real Madrid to lose the Champions League and not win it," but I want to see some entertaining games, and I think you guys will want to see that too. So, who do I think Real Madrid get, and how do I think the draw will go? I'm gonna say Real Madrid get Napoli, because I just think that Kvaratskhelia, Osimhen, it's such an interesting team. And then for Napoli, that is sort of where they go, are we capable of beating this Real Madrid side over two legs? And if we can, we might be challenging. So I think Real Madrid Napoli is the one that I think we'll get. And then the rest is just that I don't really care. I reckon that Man City might get like Inter Milan. I see something like that. I mean, it's just my opinion, but I think Man City will get Inter Milan, right? I think Bayern might get AC Milan, and I think Chelsea might get Benfica. Enzo Fernandez back to Benfica, and I think Benfica might lose that one. Maybe Bayern, AC Milan, two great clubs with great history, but I think Bayern might win that one. And then Real Madrid, Napoli, and Man City, Inter Milan. So my prediction is Real Madrid, Napoli, Man City, Inter, Chelsea, Benfica, and Bayern Munich, AC Milan. It's just a small mini prediction. Let me know yours in the comments down below. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the like button, subscribe to check us on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.